Yo, how you doing, everyone? All right, welcome to Comic Artist Rose Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver, and today is just an that me my new comic book. Well, it's starting out as a graphic novel. It's going to end up being four graphic novels. Hi, Jane. How are you? Ayuga, hello. Hi, Army Vet Rod. We went out to the club and hung out. Tremendous. We took the kids there. We were just relaxing. I was kind of keeping half of an eye on the campaign. Hi, hi. And then like the other half, I was, kind of getting in the water. And then I just went, you know what? Let's go out for a big dinner tonight. Tonight is a night to celebrate. It really is. Tonight is, it just represents all kinds of freedom and a chance to do what I want to do, which is just Cyberfrog. I've wanted to create this book for so long. And, we all went out to this place called Library 2. It's out on Route 73 in, I think, Voorhees. If anybody lives around here, you might know it. It is absolutely tremendous. We got to, I think we made a little bit more here. We're gonna get to 50. I think we might get to 50 on this stream. I hope so. Hi, Liz. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Thank you for supporting Cyberfrog. When's the deadline? Says Wildcard Productions. Well, I mean, it just started today. It's you got 30 days. You got a month. It's going to be up. So if you are able to if you can't do it now, you want to do it later, you can absolutely do it later. It's fine if you do it later. I'd rather see the campaign keep moving than get it all at once. I'd rather see a slow climb. Yeah, what's a cyberfrog? Good question. This is a cyberfrog. Cyberfrog is an alien who was sent to Earth from a planet that has achieved perfect peace. He was sent to Earth to defend Earth against a coming invasion. He didn't know that. He didn't know he was here to defend against a coming invasion. He was kind of a Gen Xer, kind of a slacker in the 90s. And when the invasion came, it took him completely unaware. He got involved in dealing with like this kind of sci-fi mob activity in New York City, and wasn't aware that there was a giant swarm of kind of alien bugs that was coming. And they took him out. They just took him out, and they took over planet Earth. He failed. He has been in hibernation for 20 years, and he is healing. And he is coming back now. He's emerging from hibernation to find Earth, and he actually lives in North Jersey, to find Earth completely taken over by what appear to be giant kind of bee, wasp, hornet alien creatures that kind of recycle human skin into paper to make nests. So they chew you up and they kind of turn your skin into paper, your skin and bones, and then they harvest your blood for honey. They use your blood to feed their kids. So it is, yeah, it's pretty alarming. And so Cyberfrog basically has to reclaim planet Earth. He has to reclaim planet Earth, and that's what Blood Honey is all about. Part one is about Cyberfrog kind of meeting this situation for the first time. Does Cyberfrog have dragon energy? It courses through his veins. Of course he does. So yeah, North Jersey. I know. I'm in South Jersey. I figure I'm probably okay. Oh, look how close we are. We're $65 away. So the Wasps are flying SS troops. No, they're what are they? I mean, well, I mean, you'll see. You'll see when it comes out. They are analogous to something, and I think that you will understand. People are saying that my screen is blurry. Is my screen blurry? I don't know. Would Cyberfrog ever date Rose Tico? No, 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 no. I don't think so. So Cyberfrog is a pretty cool thing. It's a pretty big deal. The biggest deal about this, though, is to actually gain independence and to do a series of comic books and perhaps create a publishing entity outside of the mainstream comic book industry right now, which has become insane. I mean, it literally has become insane. It is impossible to work there as a conservative. It's impossible. You have weirdos trying to bring you down at all times. And it's tempting. I mean, the thing about it is it is, can black people call me Uncle Ethan? Says Kendall. Yeah, I hope that'd be nice if they did. Um, yeah, I'm everyone's uncle. Uh, it would be nice if everybody could get along in this industry, but everybody can't. Uh, People have become unhinged ever since November of 2016. Unhinged, and it's just very, very difficult. You do have to. I talk to conservatives. There are lots of like right wingers in comics that keep their mouths closed, and they really do keep their mouths closed because it's just not safe. And when you are a conservative in comics, you have a choice to either be quiet or to get out. And I have never been quiet. I find it very difficult to be quiet. I was quiet for a little while. I was quiet right before my contract ended. I figured I'd better just finish up my contract without incident. Teresa Martin, hi, $1.99. Are you coming to any conventions? I'd like to. See, the thing is, Ava's so small. I don't want to miss a minute of Ava's life. Yeah, I'll do some conventions eventually. Did we do it? Did we get to 50K? Yay, we did it. All right. We did 50,000. I thought that is just awesome. That is amazing, amazing, amazing. So, yeah, feel the love. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. Let's see. Graham Patrick, thanks for 50 pounds. I heard rumors that there will be a cucumber character based on Mundane Matt. Can you confirm? That's a good idea. That is a good idea. But no, I have no plan. Paulie D, thanks for €5. Ethan, you're the man. Is Flash faster than Superman? Yes, definitely he is. He is the fastest man alive. Bring Ava to the convention, says Ryan Lady Gaga. Yeah, that's the whole thing. When she's, when she's 3, right now she doesn't listen. She's terrible too. She's in the terrible twos. Traveling with her is difficult. You can't reason with her. It's just it's not the right time. So next year I think we will probably do a lot more conventions, and I'm definitely doing Star Wars Celebration. Definitely doing Star Wars Celebration. So anyway, I will show you these. Let me see. Can I look at this? Can I blow that up? They're not going to let me do that. Why wouldn't they let me do that? Why? All right, let me see here. Let's go to photos. And then in here, I took a picture when I got excited. These are the colors. This is Cyberfrog as colored by a guy named Moose Bauman. Moose Bauman is, let's see, I met Moose Bauman back in 2004 when he was assigned to color. This is going to, by the way, guys, this is going to be a story. I've got to get something off my chest here. People Circus, thank you for £2. Super congrats. Got mine today. Well done, mate. A+. Sweet. Yeah, his name is Moose Bauman. It is nice. It's very nice coloring. So Moose Bauman is the guy who colored Green Lantern Rebirth way back in the day. And I was introduced to him. Big fella. He was always kind of struggling. He was just always struggling. And he found it difficult to be nice to people. He found it difficult to work with others. He just did. I mean, people shied away from him. And I kind of loved his coloring so much. He was so good on Green Lantern Rebirth. He was just so good. Now, the initial colors that he turned in were garbage. I said I saw them, and he colored crowd scenes. Like if there was a crowd scene, Christopher, thank you for $1.99. Do appreciate you. Did you get in at the $50 level? That's so cool. No, Cyberfrog's. These are his ribs. Like Cyberfrog is built like a frog. He's all kind of bullfrog rib cage right here. Very little torso. That's just he doesn't have. Yeah. Anyway, so like if drew a crowd scene, he would color it purple, and I'd say it looks like a bunch of grapes. Don't Moose, you have to understand, like we're doing something important here. This is an important book, and you really need to be on the ball with this. You need to be on the ball with this. Suddenly, and I showed him another colorist, a guy named Chris Chukri, who colored Flash Iron Heights, and I said, Chris Chukri, this is what I want right here. Moose, you've got to imitate Chris Chukri. When Chris Chukri colors, you can see blood underneath the skin. You can see like there's a flush to it. It doesn't just look like a flat pink kind of peach background. Like it actually looks good. And so he said, oh yeah. So he came back like with that kind of suggestion, that kind of motivation. He came back with the most beautiful coloring I've ever seen, and that was Green Lantern Rebirth #1. Moose we did Green Lantern Rebirth. It was sensational. It was absolutely magnificent. And DC Comics was very happy with it. Moose was invited. Thank you, Star All Kung Fu, for $5. Hey, EVS, really glad you included the Ashcan primer for us to get up to date on Cyberfrog. Yeah, cheers. Make sure you back on Indiegogo, guys. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you. I don't know. Maybe I should. Should I? Nah. All right, I'll just leave this for now because I'm telling a story. I'm telling a story. So anyway, DC Comics was excited about Moose, and at one point they offered him an exclusive contract. And Moose wanted the exclusive contract. It meant healthcare. It meant a little more money, and he was hoping for it. He was really excited. He was positive. Well, DC kind of reneged on that exclusive contract. And it's a shame that they did. They were wrong to do so. They promised him it. They found out that it just was not feasible for the amount of work that Moose does, which is not very much. All right, Moose might do a book a month, maybe. That's unusual for a colorist. Colorists are usually quicker than that. When I give a piece of work to another colorist, say Jason Wright, when I was doing Green Lantern, he would turn around a page in a day. Same day, 3 pages, same day. I mean, and it would all look the same. It would all look great. So he just wasn't feasible. It couldn't work. So he began to have a really bad attitude, and he really began to kind of be rude to the people around him at DC. He used to be rude to his employers, his editors, everyone, especially some of the people higher up. Now, I was determined to keep Moose on board because I thought Moose was a great colorist, and even though he is 10 years older than me and has a terrible attitude problem, I tried to help him. I knew he needed money. I knew his wife was sick. So I would get invited to all of these conventions around the country. And I would say, you know what? In order for me to come out, it's my ticket plus one. And that one goes to Moose. Moose is going to travel with me. He can stay in my hotel room. I'll sit next to him in Artist Alley so he can sell prints of my work, and I will sign it right next to him. And this was the way it went. I mean, it really, it was good for a little while. I got him to color Sinestro Corps and all this stuff. So anyway, by the time Sinestro Corps was over, Moose had worn out his welcome at DC, and he was no longer invited to work there. And I fought for him because Jeff Johns and I were going to do Flash Rebirth together. And I said, I need Moose. I need Moose. It's not going to be the same if it's not colored by Moose Bauman. And they were sick of him. They were sick of him. And DC essentially said to me, you know what, Ethan, we'll do it for you. If you want Moose to color this, that's fine, but he works for you. And if he doesn't get the book in on time, then it's your fault, and et cetera, et cetera. And, so this is your responsibility. And I was told this, like this was a big favor to me. This was like a really, really big favor. Yeah, so anyway, okay, so October, Moose, I'm going to England for 10 days. Moose has 10 pages of Flash Rebirth to color, and they want to see colors. They want to see colors to preview. And I said, Moose, here's 10 pages. I need you to color these while I'm away in England. And he said, well, I can't. And I said, Moose, you need to. He's like, I'm doing this other project, this independent project. I said, I just went to bat for you at DC. You really need to do this. You really need to do this book. You need to bang out these 10 pages for me, or I'm going to look stupid. And he said, Ethan, I can't do it. So I said, fuck you, you better do it. Came back from England. Where are the pages? Moose says, Ethan, I fucking told you I couldn't do it. I didn't do it. And I just lost I just went, forget it. All right, we're not. So Moose and I stopped talking for a long time after that. That was a real stretch of our friendship. Recently, I got back in touch with him because Moose is also the guy, by the way, who created the Nazi sketchbook, the My Struggle sketchbook. Moose is the guy who made my signature look like a swastika. He did it as a joke. He did it. He's a far left winger, and I am a right winger. And he thought it was funny. It's gotten me in a lot of trouble over the years, people seeing that image out of context. He sent me a little note saying, I tried to take the blame for it, but nobody cared. Nobody cares because painting me as a right-wing Nazi is kind of what they want to do. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear whatever is going to be the worst for me to make me feel uncomfortable in this comic book industry because I am an out Republican, and that's just the way things work. So anyway, I reached out to Moose recently, and I said, Moose, I'm going to be relaunching Cyberfrog. And actually, it wasn't Cyberfrog. It was going to be a different book. I said, I'm going to be coloring this book, and I'd really like you to do it. I'll be working independently, not at DC. So I can get you to do this, and maybe we can, how are you? Are you busy? And he said, oh, fuck yeah, give me the work. I need the work. So it took a little while. I was still working at DC. I finally got this piece done for Cyberfrog. It's going to be Cyberfrog instead. So here's the piece. Here's the color reference. Can you do it? And it took him, let's see, after 4 days, I wrote to him and I said, hey, Moose, are we still on track with that piece? And he said, yeah. I've just been sick. I've been sick. A week later, the piece comes back, and the piece is it's awful. He spent 3 seconds on it, and I said, Moose, this is not acceptable. This is just not acceptable work. You know that I know you better than this, and you're going to have to do it again. So about 5 days later, it comes back looking like this. And in the meantime, I've also sent the piece to Kyle Ritter because I needed the piece to show to people. Kyle banged it out in 1 day, and it looked great. Moose got me this eventually, and it looks great too. It looks different than what Kyle did, and I thought to myself, you know what, this is good. I'll get Kyle Ritter to do some of this stuff and some of the bigger pieces that I know Moose is going to spend a week, 2 weeks on these pieces. I'll send them to Moose. I'll keep him busy, and I'll use those as posters because they'll be more detailed. And so again, I drew Salamandroid, and I sent it to Moose, and Moose didn't color it for 6 days. I've got the emails to prove this. I said, what? I sent it to Kyle. I said, Kyle, will you color this, please? I just want to see it colored. And Kyle turned it around, boom, in a day, just like that. And he said, Ethan, I'm looking for work. And I said, well, at this point, it's like when this book comes out, these pages are going to need to be done quicker. So yeah, I'm probably going to send them your way. I'll also send them to Moose. I'm going to end up paying double, which I did do. I always pay Moose on time. I always pay Kyle on time. I said, I'm going to have to probably assign these pages out to both of you at the same time. Whoever gets them done quickest and best is going to be in the book. Anyway, Moose saw the Salamandroid piece on Twitter as colored by Kyle Ritter, and blew his top. Absolutely blew his top. This is Kyle Ritter. This is Kyle Ritter. These are great. These are really, really great. There's nothing, I mean, I'm really happy with the work that Kyle's doing. So he wrote to me and he said, I see that you already assigned the piece out, so I'm just gonna, go off on my own and take the hint. And I said, Moose, dude, I can hire 20 colorists if I want to, as long as I pay them. And this is what's confusing me about your attitude. It takes you a long time to color these things. Here you go. I'm paying you. If you would turn these things in on time and faster, you would get more work out of me. But it takes you an awful long time, and I need them quicker. So what difference does it make to you if I have 3 or 4 different colorists color the same piece? It shouldn't make a difference to you. And he basically told me to go F myself. All right, so somebody alerted me to Moose, who just saw the, oh, this is so diversity in comics. Should I stop talking about this? Do you want to hear drama or no? I mean, it's just like, no, I should stop, or I shouldn't stop? Keep talking, keep going. All right, so somebody sent me this. They said, Moose is over on Facebook running his mouth about you. And I got a nice amount of screenshots of my best friend, my friend Moose, who, by the way, I went to bat for so many times, who I've overpaid. Whenever I hired him, I paid him knowing that Moose needed money for his family who was sick. I hired him to color commissions for absolutely no reason. And I've stuck up for him and defended him all the time, over and over again, many, many times. And when people said bad things about him, when people refused to hire him, I fought for him to get work. I found work for him. One time, I even paid him under the table, and for a job at DC, I claimed was me coloring it. I said, I'm going to color this myself. And they said, you can color? I said, yeah. And let Moose color it, and gave him all the money for it. And my name is on that job as the colorist. I'm an amazing colorist, apparently. Amazing. So I find this. And by the way, when Moose said F you, I said, you know what? Come back to me when you're cooled off. This is still your job. I still want you to color Cyberfrog. You're just not going to be able to color all of it. That's a fact. I said, come back to me when you've cooled off. And this is what happened instead. Moose Bauman, I've made some genuine mistakes in my career. Moose, you're telling me. But the biggest was believing and trusting Ethan Van Sciver. Okay. Moose, you've never had a better friend than me in your life. You have never had a better friend than me in your life, ever. Nobody could have a better friend than me. I am loyal to a fault to my friends. Let me fix this a little bit. I am loyal to a fault to my friends. If you are my friend, you stick by, do this to me in return. You can't sit there and give me trouble when I'm trying to give you work. You can't sit there and spend 2 weeks on a single page. You can't do it. You can't curse me out as though I'm trying to stab you in the back when I hire other colorists. We're not dating. You're not my girlfriend. You're a colorist that I want to color my work, and I'm paying you $200, which is way more than a colorist gets. Yeah, this is absolutely terrible. Um, and then we have, and the thing about this is that because of the current situation, the current climate that we find ourselves in comics, what Moose is saying is either genuinely butthurt sincere, or somebody told him to say this so that they could all dogpile me. These people don't like Moose. These are all people who don't like Moose. These are people who've stabbed Moose in the back over the years. These are all people who will not work with Moose. These are all people who have left Moose behind as his family suffered in poverty. I am the one who helped Moose. And this is what I'm getting instead. This is what I get for this, by the way. Kate Williams, who is that, and how do I do horrible things to him? Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I don't know who you are, but my friend Moose is doing horrible things to me right now, and he's doing it because he can't get work in comics, and because he's decided that the wind is blowing in the direction of I hate Uncle Ethan, not I love Uncle Ethan. Moose, how wrong you are. How very, very wrong you are. And you're going to learn that over the next 30 days. The wind is not blowing in these people's directions. They're all starving. They're all starving for work. And they're all scared by what Diversity in Comics and I are doing. They're very scared. Well, I'm not dwelling on this. I'm just getting this out. Okay. I just, I appreciate you guys listening. Moose is a colorist. So here we have that dude allied himself with the worst people in comics. That's you guys. Worst people in comics. And Moose, here he is, Uncle Ethan. Yeah, so Moose actually does listen to this video stream. He knows that people who love me call me Uncle Ethan, so he's saying that sarcastically. I just followed the John Malin thing as it exploded. Uncle Ethan took him under his wing pretty quickly. They seem well suited, those two. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm suited to guys who vote Republican, who get attacked and threatened for their politics in comics. I do feel like I need to be protective of those people. I'm protective of all people who, for political reasons, find themselves in trouble in comics. And I will put myself on the line for those people, Moose. As you know, I put myself on the line for you, didn't I? As I talked to Dan DiDio at DC Comics and said, please, I'll take the blame if Moose fucks up again. I'll take the blame. This will be my fault if Moose fucks up. It can be my job if Moose fucks up again. That's the kind of friend I am. That's the kind of friend I am. And I'll do that for John Malin, and I'll do that for anyone who needs me like that. And this is what ends up happening. This is how I get paid back for that. This is how I get paid back for that. All of the people, all of the worst people in comics who support people who have threatened my family over the past year, all of these people get together now, and they're going to pat you on the back because that's wonderful. I've made a lot of mistakes as a fan, and the biggest was being a fan of Ethan Van Sciver. That's not nice. Now here's Moose here. Blowing smoke up my ass. Me to color his idiotic Cyberfrog relaunch. Moose, the only reason anyone knows your name is because of me. Nothing I do is idiotic. Nothing I do in comics is idiotic. It becomes classic. It becomes iconic. You knew that. You begged for this job, didn't you? You begged for it. Turns out he had hired another colorist all along. Screwed me over pretty good. No, I hired another colorist about 4 days after I hired you. because we couldn't wait any longer. We needed to get the piece done so that we could turn it in to a promotional opportunity that we have not yet discussed. Look at this. Oh, bullshit. This is, oh my God, Ethan hired another color. Moose, the question is, did I pay you? Did I continue to give you work? Did you run out of work? You didn't finish all the work I gave you. You had work left over. You quit, and you used this as an excuse. Let's see. Here's Laura Martin. I mean, this is just depressing. Wow, that's 100% bullshit right now. Laura, did you ask any questions? Did you ask him any questions about this? Did you say, wait, explain what happened? No, because that's not your agenda. Your agenda is to just listen to him and just believe whatever he says because you are a far left winger. And this is important to you. This is fun. This is fun for you. Yeah, this is all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Leonard Kirk. Oh, fuck that shit. You fucking, excuse my language. Leaf with an afro. Shut your mouth, Leonard Kirk. You don't know what you're talking about. Never got a reason why beyond it's my project. I'll hire whoever I want. That's a lie. That is a lie. I gave you a reason. I said you're late. You're terribly late, and this is a reason why that you've heard many, many times from everybody you've ever worked with. Everyone you've ever worked with has told you you're late, and then you've gotten fired. And you did it to me now too. I employed you. I gave you 3 pieces to color. You colored 1, and yeah, you failed. You failed. This is an excuse. Yeah, this is completely and totally unacceptable and unprofessional. None of you know what he's talking about. Here's Ryan Schroet right here. This guy's pretty funny. This guy decided to sell all of his comic books that I did on eBay and give the money to a suicide prevention fund. Ryan was humiliated when I was the one who won all my comics from him, and he had to pack them for me very nicely. I insisted he pack my comics very nicely and send them over to me. It was embarrassing for him when he had to reveal who won and who donated the money to the suicide prevention fund. Me. Fucking idiot. Sorry, I'm really upset right now. This is, I mean, here's the thing, guys. This guy is my friend. You know, this guy is actually my friend. And, you know, it's like when this happens, like when you have the kind of friend who everyone has warned you about, who everyone has turned their back on, and you're like, I'm going to be the one who doesn't turn my back on this guy. I'm going to look after him. And then eventually it's like, you knew what he was all along. You know, you knew what he was all along, and he does it to you, and he does it why? You'll see in a second. You'll see why. Okay. That dude is scum. I'm scum, Matthew Sumo. I don't know you. You don't know me. Look at Moose here. I've defended him in the past. I never really concerned myself with his antics. I just figured he was another narcissistic asshole. I put myself on the line for you so many times, Moose. So many times when I didn't need to. I thought of you before myself. So many times. And why am I narcissistic? Why would you say that about me? You think that I only think about myself, that I'm only interested in myself, the way I treated you? The way I treated you. And you know it, Moose, and I know you're watching right now. And you know it. And you know, deep down in what's left of your heart, you know that what you're doing is wrong right now. It's very wrong. But looking at his Twitter feed and a few of his YouTube vids has really caused me to rethink some things. Yeah. Well, maybe he's he likes SJW Star Wars, I guess. I don't know. I never knew that about him. It's a good reason to dump a friend. You like Star Wars. I like The Last Jedi, so fuck that guy. I've defended him. Okay, so here's Laura Martin again. Good. I'm glad you've seen the light. Laura, you're in darkness. You're in perpetual darkness. Here's Leonard Kirk. I was in that same boat a few years ago, Moose. Leonard, I barely know you. Then he started pouncing on some of my friends. I never pounced on one of your friends for shits and giggles. That was it for me. No, I think on Facebook I probably got into a political argument with some of your friends, maybe Leonard. You call that pouncing? What is this? What is this exactly? Well, here's quickly started the Whisper campaign about me. Look how happy these guys are. Here's Chris Sotomayor, who started this whole Whisper campaign against me to get me removed or get me unfriended, unpersoned in the comic book industry. Here's this dude. Fuck that dude. Christopher Sotomayor. Fuck you. Your coloring sucks and you look ridiculous. You look like a ridiculous human being. Larry Welch, you know better than this. Let's see. Yeah, I've had some run-ins with DC trolls. Yeah, Nazis. I hate these guys. Well, listen, Moose. I hope this feels good. Honestly, this whole thing has me reassessing where I go from here. Moose, you work at GameStop right now. What do you mean where you go from here? You've been kicked out of comics. I'm sick of this fucking industry. Moose, you're not in the industry. You have retired altogether. Me giving you a foot up was the only way that you were going to be coloring comics. You work at a GameStop. That's reality. The good people in this business outweigh the bad. That's not true. That's not true, Christopher. They don't. Sotomayor. Why are you all colorists? Why are you all loser colorists? All together talking about this shit. Let's see. Yeah, Keith Champagne suddenly comes out of Moose. I forgot you on Facebook. You know I'm always trying to find stuff for us together, amigo. Really? It's funny that this is what it took for you to get to notice him. Kevin T. Brown, this guy. Oh, this is Kevin T. Brown. This guy said that he wanted a horse to fuck my ex-wife. And I said, Kevin, you're going to apologize to that. For that, I'm going to punch you in the face. I got him at a convention, and he apologized very humbly. And now here he is. Yeah, I'm the type of man I am. The type of man I am is the type of man that grabs you by the scruff of your neck and says, you're going to apologize to my wife or I'm going to break your nose. That's the type of man I am, Kevin. You're the type of guy who says horrible things to women. All right. So, should I keep going or should I stop now? Yeah. I'm really sorry, but this is absolutely insane. I could just keep going. Yeah, I know it's deeply, deeply negative, but this is what you guys need to understand. What you need to understand. Now, I'm not going to keep going. People are saying stop, and it is negative, and I'm very, very, very angry. But the truth of the matter is, this is what we're up against. This is the other side. This is the other side of things. Now, Moose has decided to do this and stab me in the back. After 13 years. Yeah, 13 years of me looking after him and giving him work, making sure he's okay, sticking up for him, trying to look after him, trying to make sure that trying to find ways for him to pay his bills. And I guess he decided at some point that the way to pay his bills, his last option, was to turn on me in the hopes that these people will appreciate it enough to employ him again. And he might be right. I don't know. He might be right. He might be right. But I just this is, by the way, this is what he turned in originally. This was the first color job that he did for me. I had to wait 5 days for this. I had to wait 5 days for this, and look at it. And I said, this is this isn't okay. This is not acceptable. This isn't good. Please redo that. Redo that, guys. Oh, you think it looks good? Yeah. I mean, come on. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the whole thing. I said, look, it is my book, and I got to get it done on time, and so, if I have to go to somebody else to work on it, I will. But that wasn't even really the thing. I mean, for me, it's more like it's almost like you write a song and you want to have it covered by a bunch of different musicians. Uh, it's just, yeah, just let it go. Yeah. In the meantime, it's like, okay, I'll just show you Kyle's real quick. I never really show this piece that much, but yeah. Andrew was like, "Are you sure you want to talk about this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I want to stick up for myself." It's like when lies are being told about you, I mean, you could either just suck it up or you could actually just stand up and say, "No, this is the truth. Like, that's a lie. These are lies." And the person who's saying this isn't right. And I don't know. It's like I just felt like I would go ahead and tell you. Anyway, here's what Kyle did with the piece, which I really like a lot better. Let's see. See, Kyle put that nice blue background there with the electricity. I like this modeling here on the chest. Look at the light here. That is gorgeous. The bee looks good. Nice red eyes. He said the bee should be bleeding honey. Yeah. So this is Kyle Ritter. Kyle Ritter gets the work done right on time. he like he doesn't complain. He's not looking for reasons to stab you in the back. He's just a really dynamite colorist. Oh, the other thing about Kyle is he's deaf. And it's he has to, when he comes to see me, he has someone to translate his sign language and interpret and everything. He's the nicest kid in the world, and he just like, yeah. Look at the Hornet. Yeah, I love it. He's terrific. He's really, really great. Yeah. Well, that's what we're gonna do. You know what? I was gonna just kind of split it, and I was gonna give like the bigger pieces. Like I thought of Moose as like the guy who was gonna color the movie poster stuff, and I was gonna do posters. I was gonna do T-shirts. I was gonna do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I can't do it. And not only that, like this is the kind of thing where like I have to watch my back. How would you like it? Like, it's like why me, like does this happen to normal people, the people just it's advantageous to turn to like stab them in the back, it's when you've been friends for 13 years. And by the way, I'm the type of person that'll just say, you know what, cool off, get back to me when you're feeling better. You want to talk it through when you're not mad, we'll talk it through. But there's a difference between throwing a temper tantrum and just kind of looking at things rationally. I'm employing you. It does happen. But that's anyway. So that's what's going on. We are going to have to deal with this. Part of the reason why we're doing this, stuff like this. I mean, these people, the bitterness of it all is because they don't have this. They don't have this connection with the fans. They have a connection with each other. And that connection is meant to exclude the fans. It's meant to exclude other people who don't agree with them. If you want to agree with them, I don't know. We'll see. I'll be interested to see if Moose gets work like from this. Like I'm trying to think of where, like maybe Marvel. Maybe somebody will swing him something at Marvel. I don't think he'll be able to get something at DC, not the way he acted, but it's possible that he'll get work from Marvel for stabbing his friend in the back. I hope it's worth it. I don't know what Marvel pays colorists, like $120 a page. I hope that's worth it. I hope you get more, Moose. I hope you get more than $120 a page. And I'll talk to your editor if I know them, and I'll say, please give Moose more than $120 a page, because that's what he's being paid to have stabbed his friend of 13, no, 14 years in the back. So it needs to be worth more than that. He does need to be paid probably like 300 $300 a page to stab me in the back. I think yeah, I think that might be what it's worth. Yeah. So yeah, 30 pieces of silver. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to this. I had to get it out. Do you understand? I got a lot of super chats. Do you forgive me for this? I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for like unloading on you guys. I got 1,400 people in here. I felt the need to unload, and I love you all. Thanks for listening. I'll stay on. We'll talk about Cyberpunk more. We'll talk about other stuff, but um, was hoping for hold on. Was hoping for better, more rewards. To be honest, says Stiff Kittens. Stiff Kittens, you mean like in the tiers, like better things in the tiers? All I'm doing is following. I'm following Diversity in Comics. All I've done is basically follow what he did, and I figured that I could add to it later. I've never done this before, but I mean, what he did was exactly right. So I practically traced his campaign. I think had I been left to my own devices, I think I probably would have overdone it. But I think his idea of keeping it simple and then just seeing if it grows, and once it balloons a little bit, once it gets a little bit more, we can sort of add presence. I would like to add more presence, keychains, things like that, cool Cyberfrog merchandise. But I just want to make sure that I don't overdo it. I don't overdo it. Um, what are we saying here? Please do super chats, chill for a while. Okay, people circus, I will. Again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. It's not. I don't normally do that. This isn't what I want to do. But I was really upset, and I said I'm going to tell people. We're driving home. Like I get this news while I'm sitting in the restaurant having dinner with my family, and I'm just like, and she's like, "What are you going to do?" I'm like, I'm gonna do a live stream. I'm gonna talk about it, can't let this will sit in my heart and fester unless I come clean and unless I talk about it. Let's see. All right, so conventions. Um, let's see. Oh, JG Stoner, $2. Sent Indiegogo inquiry. Bad shipping info. Help, please. Oh boy, I'll have to find it. For some reason, I stupidly set it so that every time anyone donates, I get an email. My email, I'm not even kidding right now. Look at this. I don't know what I'm going to do. Look, look, look. Oh my God. What am I going to do? I don't know how I'm going to get through that. I really don't know how I'm going to get through it. Oh, let's check and see if it went up. I'll dig through. I'll find your inquiry. Let's back up a little. It's so dumb. And now I'm like delete, delete, delete. That'd be pretty cool. You never know. Yes, we did. 52. That's great. All right. Super chats here. I don't know about the shipping. All right, let's see. Scrolling back. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, a lot of people, looks like a lot. Oh, okay. So you're going to probably tell me what you meant. All right. Paulie D, yeah, the Flash is faster than Superman. We did establish that. Dallas Deadeye, Uncle Ethan, I'm a 200-pound swole man with a hella guns. I'm frightened by Cecil. Help. I don't blame you. Cecil was nuts last night. He was crazy. It's gonna be a while. I told my wife in the car. I said, no more Cecil. She said, well, who's gonna tell Cecil? I'm like, I'll tell Cecil. I'll tell Cecil, I guess. I don't know. Tuesday will come around. I tell Cecil he's not coming on every single week, and he ends up coming on. But yeah, 2 hours of Cecil drunk, it was too much. My head was splitting, but it kept going. It was like a train going downhill. People Circus, thanks for £2. Super congrats, got mine today. Well done, mate. Cool. Let's see, where are we at here? Primer comic. JG Stoner, got my comic, got your comic. Autofill messed up my address. Sent you email through Indiegogo. I don't want you to spend another 25, but I will if I have to. Please help. What comic? What comic do you mean? Oh, I see. I completely understand. I thought like you bought something through eBay. Ricardo Rodriguez, thank you for $1. Anth 1984 Trey, thanks for $2. Where's the frog bubble under the chin? I've never done that before, but he's gonna do it now. He's gonna do it. I've decided that he can do it and he will do it. It'll look so cute. Christian Muir, thank you for $50. This is what I meant. Keep up the great job. Christian, thank you so much for that. That's amazing. Liam Walloween, thank you for $5. I bought your book and uploaded a Cyberfrog steroid splatto fan art to Twitter today. Can't wait to see the the finished product. Thank you so much. I can't wait to get on Twitter. I've got so much stuff to look at. I took, I basically did the live stream and then I went on Facebook and Twitter and kind of just promoted. And then we just said, all right, we're taking a little mini vacation. Let's go to the pool. So I got a lot of stuff to catch up on. People Circus, thanks for £2. My colored Cyberfrog, you retweet, took me for H spare time. Did you? I saw that. That was badass. Thank you for that. Christopher Burkill, thank you for $8. Is the Lucite Cyberfrog going to be a stretch goal? If so, what level will it become available? I don't know if it will. I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to sell them. I will talk to the guy who makes them, and he says that he can do them in mass quantities, and I will just offer them the same way I sell a T-shirt. I just think it would be easier for people. That way, you can get one, even if you're not going to get the book, you can get one of the Lucite stand-ups if you want to. It'd be easier, and plus, I don't want to. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm afraid it'll damage the books. Jesse N, thank you for $5. Hey, Ethan, got back from Boston. Found Cyberfrog #1 in good shape for $1.50. Oh, terrific. That's nice. Yeah. I mean, listen, we shipped 80,000 of those. So, if you find one, spend maybe $3 tops on it. Don't let somebody say it's worth like $10. It's not worth $10. The Right News, thank you for $2. Appreciate you. Avonymous, thank you for $5. I think your Indiegogo campaign speaks volumes on whether people believe Cyberfrog is idiotic. Forget the keyboard words. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love Cyberfrog. I'm proud of him too. I don't care what anyone says. He's not an idiotic character. He's awesome. and he looks great. And I'm telling you another thing, other people think he looks great too, and the industry is going to cry when they find out what's going on right now. Golden Oil, thank you for $1.99. Cecil would never do this to you. Cecil is life. No, he wouldn't. Cecil wouldn't do that. He's a good guy. The Right News, thank you for $2. Sent you an email today. Ask for advice from Defiant. I don't. Okay. CMG3, thanks for $5. Time for Daddy's Belt. It's always time for Daddy's Belt. Evil Paradigm, thank you for $20. Was just watching High Council. Was just watching High Council. Your Boba movie pitch is best, Ethan. Kids look up to cool adults. Young adults hope they can have as much wisdom and experience as a seasoned hero. Fantastic Four teens was garbage for this. Yeah. I know, I agree with that. I think that adults as heroes are liked. Kids like that. It makes them feel secure. I don't know what it is. I don't know psychologically what it is. But yeah, when you make these heroes too young, it just doesn't work. MZ Verena says, "Am I the only one with a blurry screen?" I don't know. Nobody's I don't see complaints. Hopefully it's just you. March Hare, thanks for $2.99. Uncle Ethan roast God. eBay boy had to be salty. Well, yeah. The Buzz General, thank you for $2. Social media has reduced conversation to ranting. Yeah, and applauding people who are ranting. I can't take anymore. Like, the industry has become such garbage with garbage people. I mean, the worst people ever. I'm live. Okay. Yeah, Vox Day just tried to call me. Vox, if you can hear me, if you're listening, can I call you later? Yeah. He must be happy about this, Indiegogo. James, thank you for $2. Work tells you a lot about a person's character. Star All Kung Fu, thank you for Canadian $5. Really think you're putting yourself into a negative space, EVS. Better to not even give these people the time of day. Drama is not worth it, really. Okay, so no, I'm not going to let the rest of the people commenting are garbage. Like, I don't care what they say. Moose is different. I wouldn't care at all if this were somebody but it's Moose. It's somebody who I've taken good care of. And when I am your friend, I will say this about myself. When I'm your friend through thick and thin. And you can see me being Richard Meyer's friend. Do you think it would be better for my career in mainstream comics to denounce Richard Meyer, Zach, to stab him in the back? Do you think people would love that? Do you think I'd be receiving the same amount of applause that Moose is receiving right now? I would. I'd be held up on a pedestal. Everybody would want to hear what I had to say if I stabbed my friend in the back, but I won't do it. And I don't care what it costs. That's not what I do. That's not who I am. And so when it comes to Moose, it's sad, but unfortunately, I kind of feel like I knew that's who he was. Edgar Cruz, thank you for $1. Breakdance Express, thank you for $5. No worry, Mr. Ethan Uncle, you are the best. Make a draw with pen. These people are only are only for spitting on. Ungrateful. You're so right. Gamer Girl 5317, thanks for $5. Getting anger out is good, but continuing to be angry is not. Oh, I let it out. I let it go. In with anger, out with love. I let it. It's gone. All right. I just had to. I needed to shout a little bit. Okay. I promise you, I'm not angry anymore. It's fine. Large Vessel, thank you for $2. F those whiny. P.S. Dude, that guy deserves this. Vent. Yeah, thanks. I just needed to vent. Paul Ulech, thank you for $5. Uncle E needs a drink. No, I had one. I had a nice 7 and 7 double over dinner. It was delicious. I was like, oh my god. Like, I haven't been drunk in the longest time, and I'm just like, I got to get a night where I can just go to a concert and get trashed like I used to. Have a great time. But I have no time for that. I've got Cyberfrog to draw. The Buzz General, thank you for $2. You're a great guy. Did all you could, praying for him. That's kind of you. Nick, thanks for $2. What is Cyberfrog's sexuality? Please say Pan. No, he's just a regular frog. He's just a regular guy. Michael Fox, thanks for $50. Wow, thank you. We got your back, Uncle E. Kyle sounds like a great dude. Kyle is great. This is going to make him a good colorist. Kyle has no politics. I think he is, well, if he does, I don't know what they are. He just wants to work. So I think he's going to do great. Void Pointer 1, thanks for $5. Uncle Ethan, Daddy's Belt Strikes Backside t-shirt in stylized in Star Wars font, please. Yeah. Ketracel White, thank you for $2. Can Moose get me a GameStop rewards card? Ask him. He might be able to do that. I don't know if he's the manager or not. I'm not sure. Check with him. The Mr. Pete channel, thanks for $2. Cyberfrog, not a Star Wars story. Good job, EVS. Yes, some people who are not Star Wars fans, or who are but just don't want to hear me talk about Star Wars all the time, are very happy right now. We just jumped to $53,135. 901 copies sold. Boom. Not bad. Yeah, rocket ship, $5. Thank you. Hey, Uncle Ethan, I'm gonna back you for 100, but I would do the 1,000, but I spent most of my money on a rifle. Money well spent. I don't blame you. Thank you for backing me at 100, though. Appreciate that. Jesse N, thanks for $2. Maybe Mark Wade will spurg out and help your sales. Oh, I pray for it. I mean, I'm not happy about what Moose did, but I'm waiting for these. I'm like, why are they so quiet? Come on, say stupid things that make people want to give me money, please. We need to get this up. We need to get this number up. Dallas Deadeye, thanks for $5. Uncle Ethan, could jealousy have played a part in Moose's betrayal? Almost certainly. The way he describes me as a narcissist is really strange. People call people narcissists oftentimes when they're jealous of them. You know, but I mean, it's the weirdest thing for him to call me. You know what I mean? Like, other people might get the impression that I'm a narcissist. Maybe girls that I used to date, but like, Moose, you know, it's like all I ever did was look out for him. All I ever did was lay down on railroad tracks for that guy. And for him to do this is disgraceful and kind of makes me feel better about what my initial assumption about the people who are sticking up for him. I'm right. I'm always right about everyone. Fried Dirt, thank you for $5. Uncle Ethan, I just donated to Cyberfrog. Can there be an evil Nazi villain in the storyline? That'd be funny, but no. Feel cool. Thanks for Canadian. I want to say California when I see CA. Canadian $5. Are you considering a Cyberfrog cereal for the future? Serial is SERIAL. Ongoing, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not right now. Here's what's on my mind right now. Part 1, part 2, which is Fuck Planet. Excuse my language. Part 3. I might change that title because I can't say that around the kids. Part 3 and part 4. It's all the Blood Honey story arc. It's 48-page books, and when those are done, we'll see what happens from there. Things are happening pretty quickly though, and on other fronts, and there may be a Cyberfrog book aimed for younger people that happens in the middle of this. You never know. Mike Soilo, thanks for $2. Any update on Technotoad? I had that idea once. I thought about doing something like that. TZ Manthropology, thank you for $5. I'm already subscribed. I will be donating to your Indiegogo, not because of politics, but because of the quality of art and entertainment you create. That's better than I could have asked for. I mean, that's all I want. I'm not trying to, politics. This is a good book. It's my best work. If you like anything I've ever done before, or you are somebody who can and would like to read a comic book, this is the one. Only Caleb, thanks for $5. You misrepresented Solo. Besides Droid, there was no SJW crap. I heard you say this before. It was a great movie and felt like a throwback to old school movie making. Well, Caleb, I mean, that is your opinion. I mean, I disagree with you. I don't think I misrepresented it at all, not in the slightest. It was a poor movie with a bad leading actor who had zero charisma, was unable to behave like Han Solo. It was overlong in the front. The middle was great, and the ending just kind of fell apart. And that, we can have different opinions. I'm not saying you have to believe everything I say or agree with me. If you subscribe to this channel and you listen to my videos, it's because probably you like what I say, even if you don't agree with it. Maybe you like the way I say it. I don't know, but you are more than welcome to disagree. What's this? Is the internet out? And what? Can you guys see me? I don't know. Let me see. Andrea just came downstairs. Like, oh, it's gone black. The screen's gone black. All right. How did that happen? When did it happen? Moose has colored my screen black. All right, so I'm gonna let me finish reading these super chats, and then I guess I'm gonna reload. Oh my gosh, yeah. Black screen. Shoot. All right, here we go. Let me. If you guys can still hear me, and I think you can because I see the thumbs up going up. Tippy Tail McKitty, thanks for $2. Are you going to license Cyberfrog? Absolutely. I want a video game. Soapmaker, thanks for $5. Back to Indiegogo, congratulations. Do you expect the comic industry to stay silent during the duration of the campaign? I hope they don't. I hope they don't. John Rambo, thanks for $5. Ethan, I'm so sorry about the whole Moose ordeal. Been there, know how that is. He will regret it, brother. I think he will one day. SK Zion 12, thanks for $10. Uncle Ethan, I wore my Soilo shirt at work. A long and pointed discussion ensued. Everyone there had multiple advanced degrees. Nice. Rooster Snake Shackleford, thanks for $2. Black screen. I know. Andrea just came downstairs and pointed at. She's watching this on her phone, and she pointed at a black screen, and I was like, "Oh, that's the first I heard of it." Lens Quest, thanks for $5. You should contact Super 7 about a Cyberfrog action figure. I bet that's not impossible. They do some niche stuff. Okay, I'll think about that. MZ Verena, thanks for $1.99. Blurry, now black. It's so weird. I'm down in the basement, though. Ian Aldridge, thanks for $5. Must be Cecil's phone. First blurry, now blacked out. Ugh. Rooster Snake Shackleford, $2. Don't turn the freaking frogs gay. Of course not. Sean Patrick, $5. What's the usual time for coloring a full page compared to what you were getting from Moose? P.S. Keep up the great work. Sean, I give a page to Kyle Ritter. It comes back in a day, if not 2 days, depending on the quality that he is turning out, depending on what I ask him for, what I tell him I need. Moose, it took 10 days to color. It took 7 days for him to color the version that was terrible. I sent it back to him. I got it back another week later. So 2 weeks. I have the emails to prove it. Yeah, it wasn't fun, and I didn't want to have to do that all the time. Ragmuffin, thanks for $2. Do you agree that Disney is batting 1.87 since Friday? Yeah. They're not doing great, but I mean, then there's Marvel. Marvel's doing great. Anth 1984, Trey, thank you for $5. Moose is probably using heroin. It would explain why his coloring isn't as good, and he's always late with excuses. I don't think he's a drug addict. Right News, thank you for $2. Ethan, please check your email from Defiant Dawn. I will. MZ Verena, thank you for $1.99. Moose has colored your screen black. Well, figures. Midnight Cherry TV, thanks for $2. Fans come to Twitter, and now Moose talking shit. Yeah. Evil Paradigm, thank you for $2. Indiegogo at 666%. You're the devil. Oh wait, let me see. Is that true? I hope I didn't miss that. I probably missed it already. I don't. No, it's at 670 now. I missed it. I missed that whole thing. Let's see. Christopher Burkle, thanks for $7.99. You got to vent about this shit and let it out. It's totally understandable. It only makes me want to support you more. Kyle's work is way better anyway. I agree. Kyle just has stepped up. SD Kakarok, thank you for $5. Will there be stuff in the water that's turning freaking Cyberfrog gay? No, I don't. No. Ragmuffin, thanks for $2. Are you on Gab? Gib user, if so. I'm not on Gab. I need to go on Gab. Somebody collected all my work on Gab for display, but I'll see if I can get that link. Captain Blood of Kirby, thanks for $5. You should do your book European size. It would look beautiful and your art deserves it. Ooh, that's a thought. Well, we'll see how much I raise. Ian Aldridge, thank you for $5. I guess once your screen goes black, it never comes back. Eggchen6, thanks for $2. Skybird, be in Cyberfrog is embodiment of us fandom. Skybird is a good name. Greg has a mic. Thanks for $5. Just saw Swilo and back Cyberfrog. I like Swilo. What's the deal? What do you mean? You liked it. I didn't like it. That's fine. JG Stoner, thanks for $2. Do you know karate? No, not yet, but I might learn it. All right, so I'm checking out of here. I'm gonna reload so I can get the picture back. Okay, will you guys follow me over to the new stream? And we'll, if you want to. I'm gonna quit now and I'll reload.